Hey everybody, Mr. Reed here, and today we're going to be looking at using our active reading strategies as we dive into an article about designing wheelchairs. Today is called Designing Wheelchairs for All Shapes and Sizes. And this article has been sent to us from Dr. Gonzalez so we can better understand how the same thruster force could have affected the velocity of our pod and its samples. Now, as we go into this article, we're going to be using our active reading strategies, which we've done in the past, but today we're going to review them so that we know exactly what we need to tackle as we look to understand this article. Now, our active reading strategies require us to make connections, ask deeper questions, and identify key ideas and phrases from the article. So let's take a look at what that means. Now, the last time we did active reading, we talked about how we are focusing on our reading, paying attention to our understanding. And we do this by number one, making annotations, and number two, discussing with our peers in our groups. Now, when it comes to annotations, this is where you go into the article, you highlight the section that you want to make an annotation for. And we're going to be using a Google Doc today. So as you can see in the GIF here, when you highlight a section, there's a little blue add comment button that you can click on and look to add a comment to. There's also an add comment feature up in the toolbar at the very top of the Google Doc, whatever's easier for you. But as you're highlighting the different sections to make your annotations, you'll click on that blue plus comment icon. And then on the right hand side, once you've made your comment, you've typed in your annotations, you'll hit comment. And from there, you're going to be looking to annotate the following. Number one, you're going to be looking to ask questions. The what, whys, and the hows. You're asking questions not only about the pictures, the text, the titles, any labels that you see. You're looking to ask questions about everything and anything to have a deeper understanding of what you're reading. Two, you're looking to explain connections between the pictures in your life and the text, connections between the text itself in your life and other parts of the text, and any life experiences that you have that might help you connect with the reading. Last but not least, you're looking to identify difficult topics. So that can be words or vocab that you don't quite understand. That can be phrases or ideas. You can identify them with questions or just simply saying, what does this mean? Now, as you make your annotations, the goal then is to discuss them with your peers, to better explain your ideas and thinking, to gain a new perspective from another person, and to make sense of anything confusing or unknown in your reading. So, when you dive into your annotations, it's important to use these strategies to check your understanding to help you make connections with the article that you're reading. So, for example, if you're reading the very first paragraph, you'll start by seeing that it begins by saying people who use wheelchairs come in all shapes and sizes, children and adults, tall, short, big, and small, and so do the wheelchairs they use. Some wheelchairs have motors and others operate by hand. So, as we look into reading, we should be slowing ourselves down to ask important questions. Important questions like why? Why do some wheelchairs have motors and others are operated by hand? And we're going to be looking to ask ourselves these important questions so we can make those connections with the article and understand what we're reading. Now, though this might be a good starting point, we need to make sure we ask deeper questions. We shouldn't be going into one or two word questions. We should be looking to explain our thinking within our question. So, as we're looking to ask those deeper questions, we might take that simple how or why and add more focus, add more detail in order to connect with what the article is saying. So we might look to revise our question to help us focus on the topic of designing wheelchairs for different activities, which is really what this article is all about. So I might ask the question now, how are the differences designed to make wheelchairs better for each activity or each person? So why is it we have some for hands? Why is it we have some for motors? And so on. So as we're diving in, we're using our annotation skills to ask questions, make connections, and identify difficult text. And we're looking to have those deeper questions and those deeper connections as we go into our article. So take a second, fill out your annotation survey. If you have questions, reach out. Otherwise,